Today, we will explore the story of the most shocking video from the dark web that leaked onto the surface web. This story is about an anonymous boy whose name was not revealed for safety purposes. As he wrote in his story, he was one of those boys who, along with his friend, used to search for more disgusting things on the internet, such as 4chan, Best Gore, and other similar sites. Once his friend, named Luke, and one of his cousins came to meet him. After spending the whole day partying, all these people sat together at night and started talking about horror movies. All three started talking, trying to show themselves as strong and brave. A competition started where everyone would take turns showing a scene from a horror movie, and the first one to walk out of the room among the three would lose the game. After watching many scenes from horror movies, all three understood that nothing would happen from this. So, Luke's cousin suggested an idea that he knew about some different sites where new videos kept coming. He opened the site until someone said yes or no. As soon as the site was opened, different unbelievable videos started coming with different titles such as Lemon Party, 2 Girls, 1 Cup, and almost every video on the internet that could test your sanity. They searched and watched some videos. After this, a thumbnail of a video popped up in which there was a very beautiful girl, but her face was very pale, and the title of the video was Perfection. On reading the title, both the writer and Luke felt a little bit uncomfortable, but Luke's cousin got excited and played the video. As soon as the video started, they saw a girl. Her face was very attractive, though not exactly hot. I mean, she wasn't the type of girl you'd ask out in any club today. But there was a piece on her face that made her very attractive. Looking into the girl's eyes, it seemed as if there was death in her eyes, because there was no emotion. But upon closer look, it could be seen that her eyes were unusually large. She had big eyes, yet her cheeks was hanging down. Her hair was combed, but it looked like it hadn't been washed. It was oily and messy, but still combed. Additionally, her lipstick was very odd. She was wearing a shade that didn't suit her face at all, and she was sitting in a room filled with smoke. In the video, the girl then started speaking, and she continued saying some random things for the next 5 minutes. But there was something about that video that all three were seemingly hooked. As soon as the girl finished talking, she picked up a potato peeler, and a title appeared on the screen, Perfection. The screen went completely black, and there was a sound of playing the notes of the piano very loudly. Along with this noise, another text appeared on the screen which read, "You can try this at home." In the background, there was the sound of a big bag being dragged on the ground. Then the frame of the video was zoomed out, but there was zero difference in the quality of the camera. It seemed that the camera equipment was of very good quality. When the frame zoomed out, it appeared in the video that 2 men were standing on either side of the girl. Now, what the girl was wearing was clearly visible. She had on normal office clothes, but it was evident from the video that those clothes were quite expensive. I couldn't believe it was even possible for such people to exist. The skin of both men was filled with sweat, grease, and dirt. The writer wrote, "I felt like I could smell the odor of that room." Both men had plastic bags over their heads, tightly tied to the side of their necks. These bags were translucent, and their size was increasing as they breathed. Another title and another piano crash. Now the girl picked up the potato peeler. She placed it in front of her face, and without saying anything, she started to peel her nose. After each stroke, the flesh from the girl's nose was decreasing, and blood started falling everywhere. It bled so much that the girl's expensive shirt was completely soaked in blood. While flesh got stuck in the blades, there was a little bucket of water on the side, and she was cleaning her potato peeler and continuing to peel her nose. Throughout the entire scene, her eye contact was with the camera. She neither blinked nor showed any expression on her face. Without any emotion or movement, it was clear that the girl was alive. The writer reported that he heard the sound of someone vomiting behind him, but he felt as if he was stuck. He couldn't move his neck. He couldn't take his eyes off the screen to check who had vomited or what was going on behind him. While peeling her nose, the girl should have shouted or cried, but nothing like that happened. As he watched all this, he experienced some different emotions he had never felt before, and he couldn't take his eyes off the screen. He felt as if his body had been hijacked by the video. Another title appeared, and this time the sound of the piano became even louder. It was as if the microphone was placed right on the piano. Along with the camera quality, the quality of the microphone was also very good. The screen went black for a second, and the girl and both men came back into the frame. The only difference was that instead of the girl's nose, there was now a bloody triangle. The girl's nose had completely separated from her face. Now it was the turn of her cheeks. As the girl placed the peeler on her cheek, the writer's eyes filled with tears because what he was watching was so terrifying. At that moment, he realized he was grateful for these tears because after experiencing so much trauma, if anyone doesn't cry, they can go into shock. In the video, the girl started with her cheek and peeled her skin slowly till her jaw. She moved from one side to the other. Another piano crush came, and this time the sound was very loud. This piano crush made the writer blink. It seemed as if this video was controlling him, and he could not blink as per his wish. The girl had peeled the majority of the skin from her face, and now her jaw was hanging down without any support, with every tissue of her head visible. The most shocking thing was that she did all this without any reaction. Throughout the entire video, from beginning to end, her face remained completely expressionless. The writer regretted their decision, thinking about where Luke's cousin had trapped the three of them. See what she give for you. She removes all but the most necessary features. After reading this, the writer tried to look at the other people sitting in the room from the corner of his eyes, and he saw that Luke's cousin was sitting near the screen, with the light of the screen clearly visible on his face. There was a smile on his face. As soon as he saw that smile, the writer felt very nauseous, but he was not able to leave the video. He started losing his senses. He became deaf, and his vision was also becoming blurred. He was thinking of the girl's face in this video. She obliges. She obeys. She complies. This is all for you. Another piano crash. He wanted to leave that room, but both his vision and hearing senses were failing him, so he was not even able to get up. Perfection. The last title came on the screen for 1 second, and after that, the girl appeared again on the screen with no nose and no skin to hold her jaw. Now the girl grabbed her own hair and boom, her whole scalp was separated from her head and the video ended. As soon as the video ended, the writer ran away from the room without looking around. He ran out of the house too and went out to find air. He felt as if he would vomit so hard that he would take out all his organs from his mouth. His vision had become blurry and he was neither able to speak nor hear anything. His breathing had become so fast that he felt like he would get a heart attack. After a few hours, he returned to the house, and he saw Luke's cousin was killed, and on the other side, Luke was also dead. Luke had choked on his own vomit, and his body had fallen in it. There was a mark on the neck of Luke's cousin which showed like he killed his own cousin. There is no 100% true evidence of this story being real, but it's possible that this video is still present on the internet, so don't open any random sites. If you want to learn more about how dark the dark web actually is, like and comment on this video to support us and subscribe for notifications of new videos.